just saying, I'm just telling you the truth.
No, I'm not saying you can't have Hi there.
Hello.
What's your interest in this event?
Well, my interest?
Yeah.
As a Bristolian, that's my interest. Whatever interest I have in it.
Well, I mean, presumably you must have some interest in the
That seems a bit of a strange question.
Well, not at all.
We've got a lot of people independent from
We do
What you
indeed.
want to know is where I stand on it, all, isn't it? And if it doesn't stand in your narrative, you're going to harass me. So I suggest you go along back over there with your friends, and I'll go ahead and film what I need to film today, yeah? Okay?
I think you answered my question, which I
Ta-da.
thank you for answering it without me having to ask it.
You haven't got no answer. Of course. So go away.
I haven't asked you. You haven't asked me a question, so how can I have an answer?
You asked me what my interest is.
And you haven't answered me yet.
No, I don't need that answer. You do it. Because it's a free country. So go away.
It's in a public space. I can stay here if I want to. As you say, it's a free country.
Not when you're harassing
I'm not
somebody.
harassing you. I'm engaging you in conversation.
Okay, now I'm going to disengage you. I'm going to move away from you. Okay? Don't follow me.
Public space.
Yeah, I do.
No.
Because that's why they're not stopping me. So
No,
go
no,
back
but
with your lefty friends.
it's public
Go back with your
space.
lefty friends.
The public space. I'm free to move.
I've
where I
moved
wish.
away from you once.
Yeah.
So go away. That's okay then. We'll light you up to the 400 people that's watching.
Okay.
Is that what you want? To go away. Don't stand behind me. Because that's intimidating. Right. I'm going to move over here. You follow me. That's harassment now. You stupid asshole. And I will defend myself. Alright?
Good morning, folks. Thanks. And the message is really important. So welcome to the boycott tour of Broadmead. There's been incredible media coverage already with 3 different stories run by Bristol Live, Bristol Post and the Canary. If anybody's got contacts with the Canaries, please thank them so much. They seem to be covering our stories really regularly. So this event's organised by Bristol Palestine Alliance, the newly formed group here in Bristol, which is Bristol PSE, Stop the War and other community groups. And look at our website, look at our Instagram, look at our Facebook and get in touch and get involved, because this includes everybody. And Bristol, the city that likes to stand on the right side of history, we've got a lot to do to fight for justice for the Palestinians and for a better world for everybody. Thank you. Despite what the headlines said on the media this morning, our aim today definitely isn't to disrupt the public. After all, we want the public on our side, and we are the public. So we see this as an educational tour, a bit like a rich guide to ethical shopping. We ought to inform people how they can avoid supporting Israel's war machine with their purses and wallets. We have 15 different places to visit.
He didn't like it, did he? Clearly.
Opportunities outside each one. So folks with the giant letters, please hang on to them and get yourselves in the right order. They're all numbered on the back. I've got a bit of a script here, but I'm going to pass this round and grab people to do different parts of this narration. And then each stop, and give us feedback at the end if you've learned something new. I have to say, doing all the research, the boycott campaign is of labyrinthine complexity and of course changes over time. Before we start, a couple of announcements. Next Saturday, a week today, will be another Bristol march and rally which gathers at noon at the bandstand at Castle Park. So keep your waterproofs handy, folks, but whatever we have to suffer with the British weather, we know that the suffering in Gaza is many times worse. So well done for what you're all doing, folks. And also, a week on Monday will be the start of the Elbit 9 trial. If you haven't heard about them, a group of brave protesters decided to pay a visit to Elbit Systems office at Aztec West in Patchway. Elbit Systems is one of Israel's largest private arms companies. They specialise in drones. It's very good technology, and they test the drones so they can sell them around the world as battery tested. And if you haven't heard this before, they specifically use Gaza, or the West Bank, as a test laboratory for their technology. And that is truly shocking that they are making a profit based on the suffering of the Palestinians. Great. The Elbit 9 paid a visit to the Elbit.
Yeah, I've seen them all on the front. Yeah.
And did as much damage as possible with a specific purpose. If you commit a small crime, your case gets dealt with at the magistrate's court, and it's over pretty quickly. If you do more than £5,000 worth of damage, which they certainly did, you then get the chance of a jury trial.
Well, don't be posting any lies about me, that's slander, isn't it?
And there doubtless will be a lot of media attention. This
don't post slander,
Palestine equivalent of the Colston 4 trial. So, opportunity from 9 o'clock onwards outside Bristol Crown Court, which, if you don't know, is on Small Street off the centre. And if you want to keep in touch, there's people with what we call the 4 maps postcards. And we've got a hold up. The one with the maps on shows disappearing Palestine. I can see one there. Back is the email address that comes through.
He's going around all the reporters now. He's going around all the reporters.
Who doesn't know the word boycott? It's embedded in the English language. I didn't know, so be brave, there's no harm. Right, Marion, I've won my bet. Come over here. To read this out.
Called a boycott from the struggle in 1880s. The British, an Englishman called Captain Charles Boycott was appointed by Lord Erne to run his estate in Ireland. Times were bad, people were starving, but Charles Boycott wouldn't reduce the rent and was evicting them. Well, that's English colonialism for you. He was so hated, the local community cut off all dealings with him. Shops wouldn't serve him, local businesses wouldn't supply him, and more importantly, local people wouldn't work on his estate. But his problem was, he needed to get the harvest in. So the British government paid for 50 men to be brought by train from the north, Orange men, and a regiment of soldiers to guard them, and 1,000 police officers to guard them. It cost £10,000 to harvest about £500 worth of crops. The Irish had won, and the word boycott entered the language. Boycott Israel! Boycott Israel! Boycott Israel! Boycott Israel! Boycott Israel! Boycott Israel!
None. By the look of it, none.
So now we all know.
Yeah. The demographic. Yeah, I don't get the demographic either.
So that campaign has been down here outside Barclays for quite a lot of times. I have to refresh on this. Barclays Bank holds over £1 billion in shares. I'll repeat that, £1 billion in shares, and over £3 billion of loans and underwriting for arms companies in Israel. Shame on Barclays!
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 So if you're shocked by the attacks on Gaza, if you're shocked that an average of 6
At least
children
this week
have been
they're not
dying
actually
every
blocking the
hour,
front
day
door
in, day out,
of
over the
Barclays
last
Bank
3
like
months,
they were 2
then
weeks ago
we're
and
all
allowed to
shocked
do
that
it.
Barclays Bank is
Stopping
supplying the
shoppers
finance to
from
make
gaining
that
their last little
happen.
bit of money
Shame on
before
Barclays!
Christmas.
Shame on Barclays!
Shame on Barclays!
Shame on Barclays!
Shame on Barclays!
So what can you do? People can go into the bank, they can ask to complain to the manager, send them a letter or an email. If you have a Barclays Bank account, tell them you want to close it down and try to ask them to stop you by closing it down.
No, they're open Saturdays. It's the main branch
and we'll
in
have some
Bristol.
examples of why this sort of thing does work. And you'll get a much better deal elsewhere, and there's plenty of choice, and you won't be supporting death. And here's some history. Barclays, the bank that likes to stand on the wrong side of history, supported the apartheid regime in South Africa. Shame! 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 But inspiring anti-racist campaigning forced the bank to stop. Hooray! 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 And we can do the same now. Search online for Don't Bank on Apartheid and other sites. So, boycott Israel! Boycott Israel!
Socialist Workers Party. These are where these people stand with. Socialist Workers.
Getting the hang of it. Thanks so much. Right, we have 14 more places to go here in Broadmead. We'll move this way. If you want to follow me, I'll be down the other system. Any other requests for photographers? Are we done? Anybody wants to do some meter thing? There is a blue bag somewhere. I've lost track of it already. Okay, it's got flyers for next.
Didn't bring a memory card today.
It's got format postcards. Okay. Free! From the sea to the river. From the sea to the river. In our thousands, in our millions. In our thousands, in our millions. In our millions, in our billions.
Next week.
In our
Up in
millions,
London,
in our
yeah?
billions. Free, free. Free, free. Free, free. Do we have any other chanters here? I'm sure many people are much better than I am at doing this. Come on.
Viva! Viva! Palestina! Viva! Viva! Palestina! Viva! Viva!
Palestina!
Viva! Viva!
Palestina!
Viva! Viva!
That's the guy that decided to come up to me who's chanting that. I mean. Oh, they're all Barclays. They're boycotting Barclays, McDonalds, Zara, Burger King, Starbucks, AXA, because they're all involved with Israel.
One, two, three, four.
5, 6, 7, 8. Israel is a terrorist state.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more. 5, 6, 7, 8. Israel is a terrorist state.
Blue line.
Right, I think we should just have a put the window this way. Can you follow me? Thank you. Hi there, guys.
Myself. People want to know who you're working for. None of your fucking business.
Oh, that was pretty impressive. Where were you though? Oh, you were right behind us. All good, listen. And some more chants, please. Come on, why is everyone so shy? We close Barclays! We close Barclays! We close Barclays!
I think they close to protect their customers, aren't they? That's why I think they close, to protect their customers. Snap away, mate.
Hey man, so who are you with?
Myself.
This gear is freelance, is it? Yeah. Who do you kind of sub it up to?
Somebody arrived just a little bit, just now, just after a reminder of why we're here for a bit of nuisance to Barclays Bank. So Barclays Bank has got £1 billion in shares. I repeat that, £1 billion in shares. And over 3 billion of loans and underwriting to Israeli arms companies. I mean, you can't get worse than that. They are helping to fund the bullets, the bombs, the missiles, the phosphorus shells and everything that's been raining down on Gaza for the last 3 months.
It's very crunchy to ask you.
That's bang out of order, isn't it?
Exactly.
It is.
Yeah, and that's why I've got a right to ask you.
Game on Barclays. Game on Barclays.
Are you still chatting?
Glad we're on the same page.
You've got a YouTube channel.
Is this that?
There's been a long-running campaign against Barclays. It's not like they hadn't noticed. This is conscious. They go where the profits are. So just now I read out the history, the quick history, that Barclays was supporting the apartheid regime in South Africa. Until the inspired anti-racist campaigner forced them to stop. It can be done. And also I've been down here with Extinction Rebellion, because Barclays is also a major investor in dirty fossil fuel industries, which are cooking the planet. Unfortunately, this is where a profit is to be turned, a dirty, nasty, life-threatening profit is to be turned the short-term wealth of the investors in Barclays Bank. And that's what's wrong with the world. It's a bit like arms companies selling arms to both sides, because they rejoice in the fighting, because they'll make more money out of it. But basically it's obscene and it makes the world a worse place.
They didn't like it.
Another nasty Barclays, at which point I quit, although my family, many of them are Barclays family name from the Berwick Bank. Anyway, it was to do with dirty, bad conditions for miners in South Africa digging for gold. And the dig around with the bars of gold dug up and
I don't support either side, because not once have I heard the Palestine denounce Hamas or anything like that, so I'm not on anyone's side. I think they're both as bad as each other.
And also, disinvestment is not impossible from the things you disapprove of. Not impossible at all. Work pensions harder, but it's quite easy to disinvest from those things that you don't feel are solid and good and beneficial. And if anyone wants to ask me about the connection between Quakers and the original Quakers, Lloyds and Barclays were the early bankers in the mid-1700s. Because they challenged church and state, they were banned from a lot of things, so they became honest brokers, not asking for great interest from their customers. And gradually they became bankers. And over the years they've become corrupt. That's the link between Quakers, which there are 7 Quaker groups in Bristol, and Barclays. One of our testimonies is the peace testimony. Barclays support war and destruction. Okay.
Great, that's fantastic. It's very nice of Barclays to draw us all here. We can have a bit of a teaching. Are there other people who want to make a contribution, particularly about success stories? In terms of success stories, we'll be visiting Sports Direct, where our group has spent a lot of time vigiling and leafleting outside that sports shop because they stock Puma products. And if you didn't know, Puma have been a sponsor of the Israeli Football League. And it seemed like we were getting nowhere. We used all our resources, particularly the Eastern Cowgirls. If you haven't heard about the Eastern Cowgirls, they're a sports team. They have been to the West Bank and played football with women's football teams in the West Bank. They're amazing. And they have a shirt and a team's kit in the Palestinian colours, go on and pose outside Sports Direct. But it just seemed like it was all bouncing through, getting nowhere, until earlier this month, Puma announced it wasn't going to renew their sponsorship contract with Broadmead Football League. Yeah. And on our tour, we'll also be going to HSBC Bank, where again, all country Palestine groups were asked to leaflet outside. We seem to be getting nowhere. You could look through a crack in their door, see a huge poster thing on their wall, of Buddhist monks looking very holy and saintly and peaceful and non-violent. And yet HSBC have major investments in Elbit Systems, the Israeli arms company we were talking about just now. And then 3 years ago, I think, suddenly, because something like DFAT campaigners had all emailed or written HSBC Bank asking them to divest, they did actually drop their £1 million shares in Elbit Systems and several £100 million in other arms companies with household names like Rolls-Royce, BAE Systems, that were also supporting the Israeli war machine. So it can be done. There's lots of different ways of fighting for justice and stopping this evil in the heart of our own community. So, free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! It's a teaching, folks. Who else wants to say something?
Get the obligatory children in.
Extremely shocked that we're still here 3 months later. I remember the first time we went to College Green when the first events after October 7th happened, and I remember standing in front protesting, and one of the men came up and said, one of the organizers said, "Oh, be here in 2 weeks. We're going to have another protest." I remember thinking, there's no way we're going to be here in 2 weeks. It's going to be done in a matter of days, and we're here like 3 months later. It just makes me really, really sad that just looking at the world, I mean, what's been happening in Palestine has been happening for years. All of us know about it, right? It's happened for so long, not from October 7th, but suddenly now the world has an extra focus on what's happening in Palestine, and the fact that, and I was like, okay, now people know, now people have like actual evidence, social media evidence from within Palestine. There were horrific things happening there. And what's making me sad is that people are watching and they don't care. People are actually happy about what's happening in Palestine. Saying, yeah, let's get rid of all of them. They're all Hamas. The children, the babies are going to grow up to be Hamas. Let's just kill everyone. And that makes me really sad because these are my people. These are Arab Muslims. We've got Christians. Christmas Eve, Christians were being killed. And then IDF posted us a notice saying, "Merry Christmas to everyone celebrating." What about the Christians you just killed in Palestine? It's absolutely horrific. And what they're doing right now is exactly what happened in the Holocaust. They are lining up men stripped naked. They're having concentration camps. They just started a concentration camp in Gaza with all these men, children stripped up naked, and they're torturing them. There's evidence now we've known already about this, but there's actual evidence of them harvesting the organs of their prisoners, taking their skin. They have the largest skin bank in the world in Israel. For all the Palestinians, people are watching, and I think Israel has made a mockery of the UN. They have been breaking international law, and the UN is watching, doing absolutely nothing. I mean, I have no idea why the UN exists. The UN is existing in order to
tackle these things, to get rid of these things, to give humanitarian aid, to stop these sort of horrific actions of Israel. And Israel is just now committing all of these crimes and very proud of it. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen all of the footage of the Israeli soldiers celebrating. There was one today of them. They basically killed a bunch of children. They were playing around with their toys. They're putting messages on the missiles and sending them. So they're enjoying. See, there's this one guy the other day. He killed a 12-year-old girl. He's like, oh, I want to look for other babies to kill. I didn't kill any babies today. They're actually enjoying it. It's sick. It's really sick. And it just makes me very sad that the world is watching it and not doing anything about it. They're happy that what's happening in Palestine. And it's just that it feels like the world has lost its humanity. And I don't know what we can do. I mean, it's very sad. I hope the governments have some heart in the next few years.
During the protest.
It's becoming really, really ridiculous. Okay, so someone asked to explain October 7th. I think what happened on October 7th was, what we've seen was actually it's absolutely ridiculous that we've got like the most heavily guarded border in the world, monitored by the top surveillance system in the world from Israel. So Hamas were able to cut through this border and go into Israel. The fact that they're able to, first of all, cut through, Israel says it was a technical glitch, a security glitch. The guy who was monitoring it wasn't there for 5 minutes. Let's give them that fine. So then Hamas were able to enter into Israel. We're talking about 1,500 members of Hamas, and they went in with a couple of pickup trucks and hand gliders, so it was by no means a silent operation. They go into Israel for up to 7 to 8 hours, killing a bunch of Israelis, and then they managed to capture a few hostages and then bring them back into Gaza. I mean, there's absolutely no way that happened. I mean, and the first day they were like, oh, they killed 50, and then at the end of the week, and then Israel, oh no, they killed 1,500. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, that means either that Israel is the most incompetent military in the world, or there was or it was an inside job. That's the only explanation for how Hamas made it into Israel that day. And then, I mean, I personally believe, because they don't like me. We now have evidence that Israel they killed their own on October 7th. They're the ones who killed the Israelis in kibbutz. So we have actual evidence. And why are we not asking Israel to open an investigation of what actually happened? If you're the ones, your own military killed your own people, but you're saying that Hamas killed their own people. So they should open an investigation of what actually happened on October 7th.
I'm doing my own YouTube channel. Yeah.
That is the biggest chair.
And then suddenly, 100 places that Palestine flags appear everywhere.
I know you're a bunch of anarchists, but who's in charge? Who's your speaker?
No. Israel is a terrorist state. Occupation no more. Israel is a terrorist state. Occupation no more. Israel is a terrorist state. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Occupation no more. 5, 6, 7, 8. Israel is a terrorist state. 1, 2, 4. Occupation no more. 5, 6, 7, 8. Israel is a terrorist state.
Would somebody like to say a few words about the big bike ride for Palestine and how all you folks know each other?
Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Greg, I'm one of the organisers. The Big Bike Palestine, we fundraise for two charities in Gaza, Mecca and the Gaza Sunbirds, who are a paraplegic cycling organisation, and Mecca, they build playgrounds for children in Gaza, and we've been in touch with them a lot during these last few months. We've been riding every 2 weeks since the beginning of November, calling for a ceasefire, and we organise annual fundraisers, 2-3-day rides across the country, and it's great to join with you guys to boycott these companies. Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
So come and join us next time. Big Ride for Palestine. If you Google that, you'll find us on social media and our website. Big Ride for Palestine. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You are all wonderful.
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Viva, viva, Palestina! Viva, viva, Palestina! Viva, viva, Palestina! Free, free, Palestine! Free, free, Palestine! Free, free, Palestine! In our thousands, in our millions, we are all Palestinians. In our thousands, in our millions, we are all Palestinians. In our millions, in our billions, we are all Palestinians. Free, free, Palestine. Free, free, Palestine. Free, free, Palestine.
I'll only be covering this for an hour today because I got to do some shopping myself.
Shame on Barclays! Shame on Barclays! Shame on Barclays! Shame on Barclays! Palestine! 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 Occupation no more! Israel is a terrorist state! Occupation no more! Israel is a terrorist state!
204 of you watching. Make sure you all hit that like button.
How many kids have you killed today? Hey Israel, hear us say, how many kids have you killed today? Viva, viva Palestina! Viva, viva Palestina! From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea,
Thank you.
Palestine will be free! From the sea to the river, Palestine will recover! From the sea to the river, Palestine will recover! Free, free Palestine! 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 1, 2, 3, 4. Occupation no more! 5, 6, 7, 8. Israel is a terrorist state! Viva, viva! Palestina! Viva, viva! Palestina! Shame on Barclays! Shame on Barclays! Boycott Barclays! Boycott Barclays! Boycott
Because it's on my news already.
While you're shopping, bombs are dropping. 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 Free, free, Palestine. Free, Palestine. Free, free, Palestine. Free, free,
Palestina!
In our thousands, in our millions.
We are all Palestinians!
Free Palestine!
We are all Palestinians! Again.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation
Remember, Southwest Media is here as well, live streaming.
Israel is a terrorist state!
You can
Free Palestine!
go over to here.
Free Palestine!
Free
Palestine!
Ceasefire now!
Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now!
You were right on that again.
Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now!
Boycott Israel!
Boycott Israel!
Boycott Israel!
Boycott Israel!
Boycott Barclays!
Boycott Barclays!
Boycott Barclays!
Boycott Barclays!
Yeah, I have to get to a chemist by 1 o'clock over by my house before it closes, or I won't be able to get the meds until Tuesday.
1, 2, 4,
Occupation no more!
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a terrorist state!
Viva, viva!
Palestina!
Viva, viva!
Palestina!
Right, where are we going next?
I'm sure you'll make it.
Yeah, I'm sure I will. You're quite right.
Supporting Israel, and so whatever support we give to the Americans, we're also making that support of the Israel, and we don't want to give them the weapons, do we? Or at least we don't want America to sell them the weapons. Shame on America, shame on Britain, shame on all the countries, governments that are supporting what Israel is doing in Gaza. But well done the people, well done on the trade unionists that are refusing to load and unload shiploads of arms going to Israel. Well done to the dockers, well done to the workers been turning out very early in the morning to picket arms companies all around this country. They started with a branch of Elbit in Kent, and then just before Christmas 4 different arms companies with like 100 to 200 people outside each factory, closing them down, stopping the morning shift, going into work. It can be done. The people have got the power. The people have got the power. The people united will never be defeated. Isn't that a familiar one? Yeah.
I can't find this channel.
The people of Bristol are good news. A lot of the people of Bristol are good news. If it wasn't for the people of Bristol taking direct action, we still have the of a slave dealer's statue right in the middle of our city. We petitioned, we went through all the official procedure. How did it come down? When ordinary people took action, and it's us that changes the world. The Dockers change the world. The trade unionists at Elbit will change the world. We, the ordinary
Communism
people,
won't change the world, though.
We must remember our victories. They want us to be downhearted. They want us not to be confident. Who won the battle for votes for women? It was the suffragettes who won.
Who won the rights for gay rights? Who won the rights for women's rights? They might have been legislated, but we struggled and made it happen. Who got rid of the poll tax? We did!
The civil rights movement won equality for people of colour. And here in Bristol, the bus boycott defeated the colour bar employment back in the 1960s, just up the road there. My personal hero
There's a guy
Yeah,
called Paul
Bristol
Stevenson,
does more for
who's very
ethnics
elderly
than
now.
it does for their own.
I grew up in St Paul's. I've only worked this out recently. He might have walked past the front door of the house where I was growing up as a kid. This is like a warm-up question for a training workshop on non-violent direct action. Name the person who changed the course of race relations in this country by going into a pub, the Bay Horse pub just up there, and buying a drink. I'm talking nonsense, aren't they? What is he on about? Paul Stevenson knew that in the early 1960s, the centre of Bristol was a hostile environment for people of colour. They would be abused. They would be beaten up in the street. They would be refused service in pubs and cafes. So he went into the heart of the beast, the Bay Horse pub, which was probably frequented with the crews from the bus station, and went in and politely ordered a drink. He didn't have time to drink it because the landlord appeared, abused him, accused him of aggression, called the cops, and he ended up in the cells down in Bridewell. His case then became a cause célèbre of the battle for equality for all people. And Howard Wilson sent a telegram. You've got to explain what it is to young people. That's what we did before social media. Howard Wilson sent a telegram saying, if we form the next Labour government, we will bring in a law to make the colour bar illegal. He won the case. An Irishman stepped forward and became a witness that it never happened. It was a false arrest. He won the case.
I'm going for a walk.
Labour won the general election in the 1960s and passed the Race Relations Act, which made it illegal to discriminate against people of colour. That happened here in the south of our city. One person did that on their own.
Not one Muslim person there today I can see, really. All white, lefty, fucking Labour voting. Sorry, I've had enough. Every one of them is lefty. Oh, look at those games in there. Nice. We got this time. So I had enough of that. Tours Media, Southwest Media, I can't find his channel. He's there.
Okay, so we have the more expensive ones.
This place is closing. I didn't bring a memory card with me today. I didn't take no footage. place is going to be demolished eventually. I hate it also, right, when I'm there filming and people walk up to me, who are you filming for? None of your fucking business. That's why I give them attitude straight away. No, it's pretty empty today. Broadmead's pretty dead though. So yeah, I would have been out longer today, but got things to do. Causes there though. I'll have a look at St. Nick's when we walk past. Look. What, in St. Nick's? There is a candle store in there. I'm sure it's the one. We'll have a look. Do me lace up a minute, guys, hang on. You're the older woke socialist workers that were there couldn't even get the chants fucking right, can they? We're now on Corn Street, Bristol Registry Office. where all the business used to be done, paying on the needles. That's how all trades were done back in the old days, on the needles. Yeah, it's breaking up in here, guys. I knew it would. Sorry. Not now, and not there. Weird. Weird, because normally a market down here on Saturdays. Maybe not today, Christmas. Yeah, my Nightbot shit. Not a lot on it. Yeah, Bristol's going to get an unelected, well, we're going back to the old way of picking them out, aren't we? Quiet, innit, for Saturday?
No worries, man, I'll sort it. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll go with my Salvation Army.
Very quiet today. Well, it's Saturday anyway, it feels like a Sunday. Yeah, if they think they're bad, if they float, they're alright. Or is it the other way around? I don't know. Or is it with eggs?
The second one, it was crap.
So look at it centre, look at it. Dead. It's like a Sunday. Really dead. Never this dead in Bristol. But then again, a lot of things are closed, like the coffee shops there on the centre. Be there in April at the Bristol Hippodrome. Opening night at Hamilton. Yeah, got boycott all the Israel places. McDonalds, Starbucks, you know, all those places that most of those people there fucking use. Getting their soy lattes out of Starbucks. Yeah. Day before New Year's Eve, innit? So we should go out today, out tomorrow, innit? Central Quay, North Bristol, offers over 300k. Fuck me. Yeah, shoestring with I watched that as well on fucking on YouTube. Bristol Cathedral. I like College Green. But Paul, I watched a video on that yesterday that the black belt barrister done. It was a reply to a video that Richard Vobe's done about the council tax. I like to see people start doing what they said they're doing, and you watch all the houses being fucking repossessed. I guarantee you, all the houses will be repossessed. Because I was told it was one of the only fines and things that if you don't pay, they'll send you to prison for. It's your council tax. But I haven't watched the whole of the black belt barrister's video to see what he says. So, but I know he did a video yesterday. But we'll may very well talk about that later if I can be bothered to do a live when I get home. Looks like I'm home for the rest of the day, so you may be lucky. Miss trees, you miss nothing, love. Guys, I'm going to end it, but I'll be back live later. Bye guys, thanks for joining.